We've all had that moment of panic, right? A sudden leak, a drain that just won't clear, or stepping into a freezing cold shower. The stress is real. But then comes the even bigger question. Who do you actually trust to come into your home and fix it? Well, today, we're going to break down what makes a plumbing service truly reliable. And we're going to use a local expert in Gatineau, Quebec as our guide to show you exactly what to look for.
It's that sinking feeling, isn't it? Something breaks, and now you have to find a stranger, let them into your house, and just hope they know what they're doing. Hope they're honest, and hope they don't hit you with a surprise bill. In that moment of crisis, finding someone you can trust is honestly the biggest challenge of all.
So for our deep dive, we're looking at a company called Plombier Gatineau. And what's interesting here is that they're not some huge, faceless corporation. No, they're a local company that's been serving the Gatineau and the wider Ottawa community for years, since 2012 in fact. This makes them a perfect model for what a community-focused service really looks like.
And that local focus is really our first big clue. See, in a community where everyone knows everyone, you can't build a business on flashy ads. Your reputation is everything. It's built on trust, one house, one job at a time. So what does that actually look like in practice? Let's dig into the numbers.
First off, they've been around for over 12 years. Now, that's more than just a number on the side of a truck. It means they've seen it all. They know the local building codes inside and out. They understand the specific challenges of homes in Quebec, and they've built a real track record.
And get this, they've completed over 5,000 jobs. Just think about that for a second. That is a ton of different problems solved, thousands of unique homes they've worked in. That's an incredible amount of real-world, hands-on experience right there. And what's the result of all that experience? Well, you get this, a 4.9-star average rating from their customers. And you know, a score like that isn't an accident. It's what happens when you consistently do good work for thousands of different homeowners across the region. Okay, so let's translate that trust into actual proof. Because these credentials you see here, they aren't just a bunch of letters and numbers. That RBQ license, it means they're officially vetted by Quebec's building authority. Being a CMMTQ member, that means they're held to the highest possible standards for master plumbers. And being fully insured, that's your peace of mind knowing your home is totally protected. Honestly, these are the non-negotiables you should be looking for in any plumber. Now, this quote right here, this gets to the heart of what we all worry about, doesn't it? The fear of being upsold or talked into a repair you don't actually need. A commitment like this, to give you honest assessments and clear pricing right from the start, well, it takes all that anxiety right out of the picture.
Let's break down what these values mean for you. Honesty first is simple. The price you're quoted is the price you pay. No games. Quality workmanship isn't just a nice phrase. It means they use parts from brands you've actually heard of, like Kohler and Moen, so the job gets done right the first time and it lasts. And respect for your home? Well, that's just basic professionalism, isn't it? Showing up when they say they will and leaving your home as clean as they found it.
All right, so we've established the foundation of trust. But what about skill? A really great way to see a plumber's level of expertise is to look at how they handle modern, high-tech stuff. So for that, let's take a closer look at their work with tankless water heaters.
So if you're not totally sure what these are, here's the deal in a nutshell. Instead of a giant old-school tank that's constantly burning energy to keep water hot 24/7, a tankless system heats the water instantly, right as you need it. It's super efficient, and the best part? You literally never run out of hot water.
And when you put them head-to-head, the benefits become really clear. With tankless, you get endless hot water versus a limited supply. You're only heating it on demand, which saves a ton of energy. And just look at that lifespan. We're talking 15 to 20 years, sometimes more, compared to about 10 for a traditional tank. Yeah, the initial cost is a bit higher, but the long-term value is a no-brainer.
In this chart right here, this visualizes the biggest win over time, the money you save. On average, you can expect to see your water heating costs drop by 20 to 30%. You stretch that out over the 20-year lifespan of the unit, and we're talking about some serious savings. This is the kind of expert advice that helps you make a really smart choice for your home.
Now, installing one of these things isn't just a matter of hooking up a couple of pipes. It's a precise, planned-out process. A real pro, like the team at Plombier Gatineau, starts by figuring out exactly how much hot water your family actually uses. Then they plan the perfect spot for it. The installation itself has to be flawless to meet code, and then they fine-tune the whole system just for your house. This is what expertise in action actually looks like.
So knowing they can master this kind of advanced technology is a huge sign of their overall quality. But of course, that's just one piece of the puzzle.
Let's zoom back out and see how this expertise fits into the full picture, from those cutting-edge jobs to the classic 2 a.m. emergency call.
And here it is, the whole shebang. We're talking 24/7 emergency service, drain cleaning, sump pumps, waterproofing, all the way to a full bathroom renovation. For anyone living in the Gatineau and Outaouais area, what this really means is you have one number you can call for literally any plumbing issue that comes up, whether it's big or small.
So, as we start to tie this all together, what does it all add up to? The years of experience, the strong values, the proven expertise. Well, it all comes down to a really clear and simple promise. This right here is the checklist of what you should expect. When you make that call, you're not just hoping for the best. You know you're getting a licensed, qualified pro. You know you're getting a clear price. You know they'll be on time, do quality work, and clean up after themselves. It all boils down to one simple, powerful idea. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, period.
And that really brings us to the final question for you. Now that we've broken down all the pieces that go into a truly professional, trustworthy, and community-focused plumbing service, are you ready to expect this level of service every single time you need to hire someone?
Because that's the standard that builds trust for over a decade. For those of you in the Gatineau region, the number to call to experience that difference for yourself is right there on the screen, 819-317-0262. And for everyone else, well, now you have the blueprint for what to look for, so you can find your own local expert you can trust.